Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be here. The technology is working. From what I can tell, I'm going live too, and I'll mention them because it's to Boomer Press website. No, not the website. Boomer
Good
Press.
Afternoon.
Oops, hold on.
Yes.
I didn't mute the channel that I'm monitoring over in my Boomer Press Facebook page. So I'm going to Boomer Press Facebook page, 5 Foot Rope TV, mytimetv.live, Ros Boundy profile on Facebook, and Ros Boundy's YouTube. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm also going to the Ros Boundy, no, not the Ros, but the Boomer Press. Is that the Facebook page or is that the YouTube? I don't know. I thought I'd listed both. Anyway, we're here to share, I'm here. And some buttons are coming up in the wrong place with my program there. Now it's sorted. The buttons are gone. Well, the ones that I don't need. I'm Ros Boundy and I'm here to express my happiness at getting Boomer Press going and having you join me to explore some of what the features that I'm offering within the Boomer Press website. So I'm just going to put the Boomer Press, and I'm not spelling it right, .online website there in the chat stream. And I'm pretty sure it's going to those destinations that I mentioned before. It does look like I'm going live to Boomer Press YouTube channel, the new one. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed. So I'm very happy about that. It is showing up in my chats there. And it's, as I can see here, let's have a look. We'll have a look at it online. There we go, boomerpress.online. And that is into the YouTube channel. So things are happening in the right order. It takes a bit of time sometimes to get organised in whatever we do. However, we use the tools that we have at our disposal with purpose. And my purpose is to help people to write through the boomerpress.online. It is going to be an online system so that you can get your stories, your memories, your memoirs written, if that's the level that you'd like to take it to as a published book. And then you can probably, if you want to, do fiction or non-fiction books of the more not connected to your own story, but to what you want to create as stories for people to read as entertainment, as learning tools in whatever way, non-fiction, what skills and knowledge you might have, to bring it together so that you can pass that knowledge on to others as well in a more practical and, how to do it type of a book. There's many different ways that we can write for people to read what we have as our knowledge. In the years since I've started feeling the urge to do some writing myself, it's been, why would somebody really want to read what I've got to write? I don't know enough. But when you start to analyse and look back at what you've built up as your skills and your knowledge and how you did things, you know them already, and others who are starting in those fields may not. And you'd be very surprised at how much you actually know to do some of those non-fiction style of writing to help others. As a how-to book, as a guide to a particular industry, even as a recipe book, as we're preparing for Christmas feasts and everything, I'm leafing through what is somebody's handwritten notes and recipes from his mother and grandmother. And I'm looking at it and thinking, look, this would make a really good recipe book. I'm not going to print it out as a published book because he hasn't given me permission for that one, but I can still go through my own recipes that I've tried over the years, tried and true, that I've got in a handwritten book, My mother's recipe file. You know how they had those little card file things in a box? Mum did collect quite a few of those, and I've got a box of that I can write up as well. So many different ways that we can help each other with our own knowledge, that it doesn't have to be in print anymore. We can do these fiction stories, especially in the 3 different varieties that you can do is a paperback book, a hardcover book, and a audio book if you want to. Probably not as easy doing a recipe book with an audio book, but you just don't know. If they're in chapters and easily searchable, you could have it read out to you as you're doing your cooking. I don't know, I haven't tried that one. But it's certainly a lot easier to produce and present for people to purchase whatever type of information that you have within you. And most especially, the one I want to concentrate on with Boomer Press a little more than the others is Memoir. So that's what I've been sharing with everyone most frequently, and I'll continue to have that as the emphasis for now. You're always able to connect with me and bring up some suggestions if you want to, or put it in the comments in whatever way that you'd want to. See things move along with what Boomer Press offers. Have a look at the website. I've got those listed, and we have got Kenneth from Ontario, Canada. Gee, to be late in your night now. You must be a night owl, because it's our afternoon. It's got to be your night, and I hope you're keeping warm. Okay, now I am going to continue to move forward with what is the life story, and I've not put that there. Hang on a sec. I do just have to. And I was also going to, I was trying to find something, but I can't. I'm going to put in the comments a link to my Amazon. It's an Amazon's author site, because I am using the pen name of Abigail Betts. It is partly my legal name and a derivative added in, and I explained that in one of the other videos. What you'll have to do is go across to the Boomer Press website, the new Boomer Press YouTube channel, and have a look at the playlist and figure out which playlist it's actually in that I mention my website, my pen name that I'm using, and the why, pretty much. I mean, I do mention it somewhere, but I can't remember which episode. I have now got them all in dated order from what I've got, that I've been able to re-look back at the 5 foot rope list of events that I've done there. So you'll see them in the, hopefully the playlist shows to you in its chronological order, 1, 2, 3, 4. I still haven't figured out in the back of YouTube how to order it by what I want them ordered as. At the moment they may be just as I loaded them up. Let me know and I'll see if I can source how to correct it, if it's any different than that. So here we have what is the Boomer Press Australia. That's me, obviously. Well, that's the business, and there is the Amazon link to the Abigail Betts author page. And there, because it's so close to Christmas now, you might want to buy some quick last minute gifts, and an ebook is an absolutely perfect way to buy something that is going to be, if it suits the person that you're buying for, to have a book called Pieces with you and a supporting book Beyond Peace. Perfect little gift. Ebook or the paperback, you won't get straight, the paperback won't be delivered in time for Christmas, but certainly ebooks can be downloaded and shared that way. I'm pretty sure that you can. Have to have a look at it. And Pieces with You is in an audio form. So there's options there for you as last minute gifts. Just putting that there. And especially on the Boomer Press website, go to the Authors Hub and you'll see the 5 to 6 other authors that are there as well, so that you can have a look at other options for their books as well, because there's enough choice for, cozy mysteries or just trying to think what the other one was. Was there some romance? There is some non-fiction, as in some women's history and that as well there. But what I want to do before we do run out of time is give some time to the life story interview kit again, because this is what I'd like to continue to work through on the Mondays and Thursdays. Just the 3 questions each time till we get to the end and see what else there might be that we can explore. So I haven't pulled the cards out yet, so that's this particular deck. It's something that I saw online and I just took the plunge and purchased them. And now that I've gone into them a bit, they are a very interesting deck for this purpose. They are more for doing interviews with your family, your parents or grandparents and the rest, so that you can get interesting stories from them for writing their memoirs for them and that type of thing, I think. But it's also a great way to prompt yourself for these questions, as you'll see in a minute, that we'll answer 3 of them today. In the end, we'll all become stories. It's the life story kit, right? And we've moved through, it's about a quarter of the pack now. And I've just noticed I've frozen. Wow, that was interesting. So we've moved through about a quarter of the pack. So that's that's the one we've already done. And here we go. I'll layer these because we're just taking the top question from each of these sections. So here's our early life. Then we've got our midlife. I'll put there today. And we've got our later life and reflection. So what we're doing with these, with our early life, I'm finding some of these, the way that they've asked the questions is a bit odd. So whether there was someone that didn't proofread their product, I wouldn't say it's top quality product, but I think the questions certainly do serve the purpose in what we're asking of ourselves or those who we're interviewing, what we're wanting to do. So it is, did you learn to drive in our early life? So I'm assuming, because there are other car questions relative in here. So what we're looking at here, and it's not a knife, this is actually a letter opener. I've just not brought my Apple Pencil in here at the moment. So there we go. Now, we've also got Mark Barris. Hi, Ros, and saying happy holidays. Thank you, Mark, for popping in. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you very much for that well wishes, and happy holidays to you too. It's very close to Christmas Day, isn't it? As you say, it's holiday time. So here, I did learn to drive a car when I was on our farm as a child. I was driving when I was 8, so it was pretty much from an old Holden ute that we had on the farm. At some point in time, not long after we started learning to drive, well, as 8-year-olds, my sister and I, we could see through the floor because it was old. It did have a rusty floor, so it ended up having a big thing of, I don't know whether it was a heavy-duty cardboard from one of those types of packing things with machinery that Dad ended up bolting into the floor instead of the tin, what's regularly the metal. It was a great old ute, farm hacks, that type of thing. So that's where I learned to drive. And next question, and it was stick drive, nothing like automatics back in those days, not on a farm ute, I can tell you. So, and then we also had an old Land Rover after that. And then it was a lot of time on motorbikes, 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers. We had a mixture over the years. So I certainly learnt to drive a few things, a tractor as well and a truck. So yeah, had quite a bit of experience with the driving over the years. So that's another one that you could flesh out as far as your story. And we've got the midlife question being, what did you learn from your first job? Oh my goodness, my first job was part-time in a local Caltex, and it was being tidy and organised as you were preparing the meals, because it was lunchtime kitchen area type of thing where I had my part in the work. Sometimes it was the cleaning the toilets and all sorts of things that a service station would have as the work that you did. It was a mixture, but it was certainly, what did I learn? It was being clean and tidy as you did the work that you needed to with creating the sandwiches or the hamburgers, the cooking, the chopping up and all that sort of stuff. So life certainly has brought a lot of lessons as we do various jobs, doesn't it? What's been yours that you learnt on your first job? That would be very interesting to know. So put that to mind as well. And jot it down in your pen and paper, notebook, whatever way that you're going to jot it down. I'm going to show you quickly before we do finish where I'm up to also in how I'm using my Scrivener. Okay, so there's that question for our midlife. What we have with our later life and reflection, it's a bit too crooked. How did you adjust to retirement? Now, I've seen a similar question recently as well. They're not all the same, but there are certainly some similar ones. So it's further prodding because I suppose that for most you'd actually shuffle these and just take random questions when you're doing an interview with one of your family members or another person, if you're doing it as an interview style of questioning for any purpose, really. So I haven't actually fully retired yet. I'd put myself in that realm of thinking about retirement. I'm not there yet. I still have so much to do, and I'm enjoying life in building up what I'm doing with the Boomer Press as well. Is that retirement? Well, it could just be a hobby, or it might be a full-on business. Who knows? Because I'm just not considering it as being work or a job or anything. It's just so much enjoyment and fun for myself in following what I'm loving to do. So how am I adjusting? I'll be figuring that one out at the time that I do go into that retirement stage. It's a ways off yet. But if you've retired, you might like to put down something about that adjustment process. It could be that you might even have that type of book in you that is a how-to steps in whatever number of steps organise your move from big house to smaller house, ready to retire. That type of a book. I'm sure that you'd find some readers that would purchase that type of book. Each and every one of these could probably be that type of a book as well. How did you learn to drive? Here's the process of stepping into a car and put it in a way that's going to be enjoyable and maybe humorous, as in a funny story style of how do you learn to drive with the rules of the road in your state or country or whatever. Definitely all sorts of different ways of doing things. I was pointing to the wrong one, wasn't I? See, there, I need glasses. I have. Anyway, with these, also what I have in the background, I'm going to just do a screen share because let's see if it will do it. No, I'm doing the wrong screen share. Well, that's wrong. Or is it? Is that bringing up? There it is. It is bringing that up. There's my Scrivener. It's just got other stuff in the way, I think. So here we are. And I've got this, it's showing up updated documents. I have been working on this. So as you can probably see from here, what we've got is, I've still got the lecture notes template being what that is, but I've been able to rename it. And here we just go into the heading and rename as we want to. I've left the goal, attention and the need there just to remind myself. And what I've been doing has been summarizing and placing all of the questions that we've been doing in this series into each of these as the episodes. So you can see where I'm just looking at this as a style, how I'm doing this highlighting that's there. Whether I do or not, I don't know if I'll leave it that way, but you just don't know. I don't know yet. whether it's going to be helpful or not. And as I move, now that I've got this organising done, I've been able to put a summary of what the episode had as part of the contents, only brief summary, and each of those questions that we've had as part of the episode. So each one has that, and here it is, the early life, the midlife, the later life. And I am going to work through that and answer each of these. You can see I've done it for episode 5 and put quite a filled out, comprehensive little story to each of these questions. So it just depends how much you want to put in it, in whatever way you want to. Set it up how you'd like to, because we have got an area here. Oh, whoops, that went the other way. There's an area here, there it is, the inspector, that we can expand it and actually put other little notes in here with photos and things around what we are wanting to add in as part of the notes to remind us even further. It's such an interesting way of using this particular tool, Scrivener. I'm really enjoying it. I've got a lot to learn yet. It even does, as you can see, this is a listed format. We can put them in what is a corkboard mode, which it isn't bringing that up. Not sure why that is. I'll have to learn that. It could be the template I'm in. I don't know. So that is one of the tools that I'm using for doing my memoir, doing any of my writing actually, because I quite like using the Scrivener. I know I went briefly over one of the others recently. Oh, we don't need that one there. Sorry, I'm just going to pop that out the way. I know I went into very quickly the AutoCrit, that is an assisted tool for writing, fleshing out the story, that has some AI component to it, like artificial intelligence helping tools in there as well, for the grammar check and all that sort of stuff, and story flow that's a little bit more geared towards the editing. So there's always going to be something that we can use to help us along the journey of writing. So I'm looking forward to exploring a lot more of those in depth as we move along for the next year. I have quite a few of those tools already, just not made the time to be able to look at them properly. So when I get to that, that's when they'll show up here in the Boomer Press live stream that I'm planning on still continuing, of course, into the new year, because I love live streaming. I really enjoy doing this and showing things to you as they come along. Now, that's all I've got for today, so I am going to leave it there. I'm thankful to 5 Foot Rope TV for initiating this program of being online within their channel as well, and that is a Facebook-based option. So you could certainly approach Susie Manley if you're wanting to put something together yourself that's not already a topic style, a subject or form of live stream that it doesn't have to be live stream in there either. You can put a recorded video up if you get stuck. But I know that it's a way of showing others what you're doing, as I'm doing with the Boomer Press, and as there's others who are showing their products or services on the 5 Foot Rope TV as well. It also includes the optionability to be able to go to our own channels and spaces too. So that's why you might be seeing me on the YouTube, or you might be seeing me in my own page or the Boomer Press Facebook page as well. I think I've got it there. I'm just trying to find it. Did I list that? Oh, gee, that might be one of them that I didn't put on. I've got anyway. Look, it goes to where it goes. Oh, hi, Joe. It's lovely to see you. Ros, you are looking good. Oh, thank you for that. It's got to be the new glasses. Look, I'm feeling good because I've had a wonderful start to my day. I do start my mornings with on Monday and Thursday. I do start the mornings with a swim at the local aquatic centre. So it's within a very short distance from my home and it's easy to access. So the beach, as far as Boomer Beach goes, it's more a surfing beach. I don't surf and I'm not a strong enough swimmer for the rips that are there. So I figure, no, I won't go there. I'll swim at the swimming pool, which is fun. I really enjoy it. So life really is wonderful, isn't it, though, when we've got so many facilities, so many tools that we can do what we love doing and being able to share it with those who are of like mind and interested in books and writing as well. So I did find out at swimming this morning, though, that a girlfriend said, I don't think you're allowed to read books from other people live on YouTube. I think you might get it pulled off or something. I don't know. I've got to verify that. I hadn't even thought of that when I was reading from... now, what is the book that I was reading from? It's The Great Animal Orchestra that I was reading from last night. So apparently I may need to source permission from the author or the publisher before I start reading something aloud online. I don't know. I'll have to suss that out. Someone out there may be able to let me know or guide me in the right direction to find out. I'll be looking through the YouTube terms of service straight after this because it did remind me about that. I was enjoying that last night too. It's thoroughly enjoyable to read someone else's words and how they put together what their thoughts are in that form. So yeah, I think I'm probably forever going to be a good reader and a good student. Whether I'm good at being the student, that's another question. So thank you for being here and joining in with me. If there is anything that you'd like to bring up, certainly put it in the comments, as I mentioned before. You can DM me or direct message me, whatever the term is for it these days. I do have contact form and space on the Boomer Press website, so you can do it that way as well if you prefer things in writing, which is how I like to do things a lot. Then it's not forgotten and it's not like, oh, you should see my desk with the bits of paper that are there as quick notes that I write to myself as well. Sticky notes included. We'll see you Thursday at about the same time, 5:30 p.m, all things being equal. Because it's the day after Christmas and I'm going with the flow as far as that one, I'm not creating an event for these two that was today. You won't see it as an event anywhere, but it is still going to stay online as it is. I don't edit, so you'll see it as you've seen now. So this is the replay, is what was the live, and it stays in the spaces it's gone to as direct live stream. And so in any of those spaces you could probably Facebook Messenger me as well, or I'm just trying to think, how does YouTube do it? I don't think it does. Write something in the comments anyway. There's ways and means, isn't there? Lovely to be here. Have an absolutely wonderful Christmas day, however you celebrate that as a day. Whether you do honour the reason for the celebration of Christ's birth, or whether it's for some other reason and just beautiful family time and holiday time. It's all blessed. It's all in whatever way your intention is to be your loving energy of you as you move around and about in your world. So sharing with others is the important thing, and that gorgeous loving energy. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on Thursday hopefully, and have a wonderful, safe Christmas. And I said that just as Joe's comment came up in the list. Thank you so much. And to Mark and to and to Kenneth and anyone else watching the replay. We'll see you later.